Welcome back to another exciting video, and I might have a problem. I might have just gotten hooked on Advanced Wars by Web, and I thought this game was pretty crazy, and I thought it was worth putting on the channel, so I'm probably not going to do too many more Advanced Wars videos. Like, maybe if I have a crazy game, I'll post it, but I mostly do chess here, but if you like these videos, please be sure to leave a like and a comment saying you want more of these videos because I will make them. Your wish is my command. So anyway, my opponent is the British in the red, and I am the Penguins in the blue. Penguins! And yeah, so let's get started. My opponent is playing the rich girl who gets 10% extra income, and also she has one of the best normal powers in the game, which drains the opponent's power charge. So that's really good. And I am playing Professor Xavier from the bad timeline, Von Bolt, who gets an extra 10% attack and defense for all of his units, which is really good. So if we just like fight straight up, I'll win because I have that extra 10% attack and defense. So this person my opponent needs to like kind of use the income advantage to like build up an army and then attack me or like get me to overextend. And then I need to kind of just keep fighting but don't worry because our win conditions are totally going to be different because I make a massive blunder in the early game. Not yet though. So far so good. I don't think this is too terribly awful right here. But let me just describe the map as we're going through these first couple turns. We have basically like three fronts divided by these rivers. We have the left side here, which is mirrored with the right side, where our HQs are in airports and comm towers. And then we have the middle, which is more open. A lot of forests, a lot of trees, like in It's Always Sunny. Trees everywhere, trees. That's basically in the middle. And here, I mean, this is like, it's a pretty like open map in the middle, but the trees like slow down your mobility a lot. So he goes for his airports right away. I kind of delay getting them. I don't know if that was a good idea on my part. I like wait a couple turns to get them. But I am gonna get this airport, and I am gonna get this airport in a couple turns. I built a tank to try and put pressure on the middle, but unfortunately for me, my opponent is just rolling in cash and is able to build a tank and a copter. And so now how do I counter the copter? Well, I have to build a copter or an anti-air. The problem with anti-air in this map is that you can't really cross the rivers except for these bridges. So the copter can just kind of dart back and forth based on where you build the anti-air and just avoid it. So if I build my anti-air like over here, then this copter goes to the middle. If I build my anti-air in the middle, then the copter stays over here. And basically, like, yeah, you zone the copter out, but you're not really countering it. You're just forcing it to go in a different place. So of course, I build an anti-air. I build an anti-air to counter his copter. I couldn't have built a copter just yet because I had just got this airport, but I could have just like saved up and like built it next turn. But instead I built an anti-air, massive blunder, and because of that I'm going to lose a lot of pressure as you'll see. So right now we're just kind of taking stuff. No fighting has been had. No fighting. If I were to attack this guy, I could kill him with this penguin in this tank, but the problem is he easily just reinforces and kills me. So I just have to let him have this, unfortunately. But I am gonna get this, so that's gonna be nice. Now these are probably like the most contested cities in the middle, followed by these. And then over here, like these are pretty contested, and then the tower's not that contested, but like you can bring a force to take it. So anyway, let's keep going. And now I finally built a copter to counter his copter, but it's just not good enough. So he's gonna get all of these cities. He's gonna get this city. I'm not even close to getting this city. And like you can look at his income lead right now. He's about 4 grand, 3.5 grand ahead of me. So that's like the equivalent of a recon, um, which, if you're unfamiliar, is like a jeep with a machine gun to kill infantry. But recons aren't like super good on this map because they really only move well on roads. Okay, so I wanted to get this city before the comm tower, um, because I just knew like I could still get it before his forces reached there. But now I have to get it because he's coming with an army. I move my copter up to try to counter his copter, and I'm guaranteed getting this unless he wants to sacrifice some units to this march of the penguins. And then he like he can't like attack here because my copter is just covering it, so I can do a lot of damage on his copter. I move my anti-air over here, but I can't really push up because this tank just covers so much territory, and I don't have like enough blockers to really defend it. So my anti-air that I built to counter his copter is just doing a whole lot of nothing. It's like in Yu-Gi-Oh! The show when they put a card face down on turn one and it's just useless the whole duel, and it just sits there and you're like, come on, Yugi, are you gonna ever play that face down card? Like, what is it? Um, but it just sits there face down the whole game. That's what this anti-air is doing. It's like a face down useless trap card that's just doing nothing. So okay, so he does get a free kill on this guy basically. So I basically traded getting the city for dying. With that guy's dying breath, he gives me 1,000 more income. But he's literally about to get this city, and I'm not going to get this city, so I'm going to be even more down. I'm gonna be even more down. Like, and then he's expanding over here, just manifest destiny right on top of my comm tower. Like, this isn't good. I don't have any counters for this copter. This is looking really grim. This is looking really grim for me. Um, just like this guy's on life support, I'm also on life support. So, um, finally, we might actually have some actual fights. Bam. I do manage to kill this guy and put my tank here. And kind of set up like this. I need to occupy this space because I don't want his tank attacking from a silo. I want him attacking from a wood and a plains or sorry, a road and a plains for less defense. And then also I have to keep this anti-air protected so I can take out this battlecopter if it decides to go in. And then this battlecopter kind of covers this side. So I've got his battlecopter kind of covered, but also not really, because I make the brilliant idea to move my battlecopter totally away from where it was supposed to cover over here. And I think I did this to cover an attack on this tank over here and try to still cover these guys. So it's technically covering everything, but it's not really like super. Yeah, actually think this is fine on second thought. I actually think this is fine. So now he's going to get this city. So this city's going to trade hands. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm about to just be in a now he takes some shots, but thanks to my extra defense and the mountain and the tower, I actually come out somewhat decent there. But now he's gonna get this city. He's just going around taking all my territory. I mean, he is the British. He's colonizing me right now, dude. I am being colonized by him. This guy is a straight colonizer, and there's nothing I can really do. I have no counters to this copter. This copter is so far away. Like, I am not in a good position at all on this side. In the middle, I'm okay. I'm okay, but I am losing this city, so I'm going to be down a city in the middle. I'm down 2 cities until I get this one, actually. But I'm okay. And then this side, I really have no pressure. I do have this nice little penguin march going on, right? But I don't not really exerting any pressure. So right now I'm just purely on defense. Now he puts in his 2 healthy tanks over here to get this tank all the way down to a 2. And this is a bit of a blunder by him. I'm covering this. I got this copter covering. I have this tank covering. Like, this isn't really that good of a move by him to send in both these 2 tanks, just weaken this down to a 2. Maybe if it was a kill, it would have been maybe worth it. But unfortunately, it's not for him. And I'm going to actually pounce on this. And this is kind of how I had to play. It's just trying to hope he overextended. Um, or like slowly build up a counterattack. But I mean, I had to like just sit back. I couldn't go in on like anything. Now he takes a shot here. So and his copter's covering it. So if I were to like, even though my copter is here, can go and take a shot, it's gonna die next turn because his copter's gonna come and kill it. So not great for me. It's looking pretty grim. It's looking pretty grim. But let's see what I can do. Let's see if I can punish. First I have to capture things. Okay, so I bring my copter in to hit this tank and bring this anti-air in to finish it off. Then I bring this tank to kill this tank. So he basically traded 2 healthy tanks to get 8 damage on this tank. So I will take that trade. Even though he is going to get this city, I think that's still worth it. I definitely won that trade. But I do delay that city for one more turn by using this damage tank to interrupt it, which I think is like the best use for that tank anyway. I could have it go back and get fixed, but I think hitting that guy was too important. Now I'm going to try to get this city. And his anti-air is blocked by my penguins. Penguins! So he can never actually like get to my copter. I mean, you can like look here and like see the movement, but it doesn't account for like these units in the way. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's as close as he can get unless he takes out some penguins. So that's good. I surround this penguin with other penguins, so it's really hard for him to interrupt. But my anti-air is not covering this, so he could technically get a shot here, but at least my copter is covering it. But he could have his other copter come up. But now I have to just pull back and kind of defend here. I really like don't want to lose this comm tower. If I lose this comm tower, it's basically GG. I lose all my advantages of my extra attack and defense. So I have to hold it. So I just have to try to counterattack over here. So he goes in, takes a shot over here. And now he's going to try and get this city, but I have too many penguins. Okay, so he uses the anti-air to interrupt this guy. So we both interrupted. Obviously, he's still going to get this one right here. He joins. I didn't think that was necessary, but he did it. He's going to build. Okay, so now he's going to move his anti-air, and he's going to go all in over here. He's going to take this. He's going to shoot at this guy and kill him. He's going to move this 2 to this mountain, moves the battlecopter back away from me being able to attack him, and he's just going to try and take this comm tower from me. And I absolutely have to stop it. I cannot let him get that. So he's going Manifest Destiny over here, and let's see what I can do. Market Crash. Now look at all the charge I had, just gone. And that's what this power does. And also gives him an extra 10% attack and defense. But since I have 10% extra attack and defense, basically every time he activates his power, I'm like, then it is an even fight. Because we both have that extra 10% attack and defense. So now he's got lots of units over here. He brings this copter and doesn't want to cover this copter. He brings this copter into the middle, and he's just actually doing really good in the middle too. Because even though I have lots of infantry, he has stronger units and more of them. Because I have this tank down to 1, I have this healthy tank, and this healthy anti-air, but he has 2 healthy tanks and the same amount of anti-air and copters. So pretty bad for me. I do finally get this one, and I am going to try and get this one. If he wants to like send a guy to stop it, he can. Like, what am I going to do? But now I have to go in. I have to go in. I cannot let him have this. So I use my copter to kill that guy, and tank and copter to kill this guy. Kill that guy, and I don't attack this guy because I don't want this 8 getting weakened. I want him to try to punch through it. So I'm okay with that. I think it would have knocked us both down. I think it would have knocked him down to like a 7, and it would have knocked me down to like a 5. So just not a good trade for me there. But now I kind of committed over here. And he's got an anti-air tank copter all ready to pounce in a few turns, so he just needs to build up his reinforcements. But look over here on this side. I surround his copter with penguins. The march of the penguins has begun. His copter is totally surrounded, and next turn it's gonna die to the anti-air. There's actually no way he can make it through and kill enough penguins to get out, because he needs at least 2 units to kill these penguins in the 4 cardinal directions, and he just cannot do that. He could like use his copter obviously to shoot, and like maybe this guy to like finish this one off, but then his copter is already active, so you can never actually get it out. So he is totally losing this copter. I was actually pretty proud of this. It is surrounded by penguins. I have to back off over here. I just have to say, okay, I'm not getting this city right now. I heal this tank. I do kill that anti-air, which is kind of nice, which makes my copter 10 times better. And I build a wall of penguins over here. I build a wall. It is a great wall. It is made of penguins. And so now I move my lander over here and put a penguin over here to kind of reinforce, because I'm going to lose a bunch of guys over here. I do take this shot right here, and I figure if his copter goes in, my anti-air can just finish it off. I built a tank over here, and my plan now is to attack this side, because he has 5 units over here, and one of them is about to die. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna attack this side. I'm gonna commit. I think I can win this. Just hold the middle, and hold this side. I think I got this. I'm all banking on this side though. All right. So now he's gonna take some shots. Takes up my copter. That was kind of rude. He's gonna go in, attack this guy, attack here, and not really a whole lot I can really do, except just try and like just weather the storm. So now he's still threatening this tower. I still got to be careful. He uses this to knock this down to a 4. That's all it can do before it unceremoniously gets blasted by my anti-air. All right. So I move all my penguins up, blast his copter, move this guy up, and now the march of the penguins is beginning. I am going to try and march on this side of the board, just like he's doing to me, but I have like 7 penguins over here, and we are just going to waddle forward and try to throttle him. I weaken some of his tanks. I kill a guy. I kill a copter. Yay! And now I start getting the city, and I'm actually going to get it this time. Actually getting the city. So these cities have officially traded. And yeah. So, and then over here, I kind of have to do some attacking. I have to get rid of all of his, all of the British. The British are coming. All of the British to try to capture this. All of the, they really should make the British like have the little like Royal Guard helmets, the big puffy black helmets. They really should have put that on the infantry instead of the standard like war helmets. I mean, come on. So okay, so I get a high roll here, and I got excited. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get another high roll. I don't. I get a low roll. I don't actually kill the copter. I bring this copter here to kind of help out in the middle. He has no anti-airs in the middle. And yeah, so now he's gonna try to attack me in the middle. He gets his tank down to a 1, but doesn't actually kill it, which is kind of clutch. He's gonna hit that guy down to a 2, pulls his copter away, anti-air kills my copter. I knew that was gonna happen, but I had to get that damage on his copter. I just can't let him run roughshod over here, even though it looks like he is doing that. He is running roughshod on me. So I can't let him do that, but he is doing that. So I'm not preventing anything. Now he goes in with this guy. I don't agree with that, but I think he's just trying to lower my unit count over here because this 7 is going to die. I can easily take it out. Okay. Excuse me. Now he's going to attack over here. 6-6. Not great for him. If you're attacking first, you want to be ahead. Excuse me. Oh, now I'm hiccuping. This is nice. This is really good. Okay. Now look. He built a Neo tank. The Sphere of Annihilation. The Death Ball. The Machine of Destruction. The machine of one-shotting nearly everything in my entire army that's not a copter or on a building. So, I have instantly, because he did that, I've instantly lost the middle. Instantly lost the middle. And also, he could bring this thing all the way back here using this bridge. And now my penguin attack is gone. I just cannot punch through this thing no matter what. This Rinky tank isn't doing anything. This anti-air is not doing anything, right? So all my attack is just shut down now because he built that. Because he's rolling in cash. Look at the income differential. He's got 6,400 more than me. He is rolling in cash. He's like the 1%, and I am the 99%. He's like, I mean, it's like he's like BlackRock, and I'm your average residential home buyer trying to buy a single family home. I mean, he's just outbidding me on everything. So, yeah, it's not great. But what I do accomplish is I build an anti-air on this factory, load it into my lander, and move my lander over here and drop the anti-air. So now my anti-air got a lot closer and can fight this. Okay, so I do get that city. So now I swung the income down. But now I go in over here. I'm like, March of the Penguins is still continuing. He's going to have to bring his Death Sphere back here if he wants to stop it. I was trying to get this city. I used my anti-air to knock that guy down to a 1. That wasn't a roll. The best I could do was 1. I combine those two, move my tank up, and the Penguins keep marching. I basically sacrificed my anti-air to knock this down to a 4. I think that's totally worth it. This is how good anti-airs are. A 4 anti-air knocks his copter down to a 4. That's kind of insane. I do kill that guy, which is nice. And then for some reason, he didn't like I don't want to go back to his turn and like have to play through all these actions again, but he did not use one of these 2 tanks to cover this 4 on the city. So that's just a free kill for me. I like I understand you repair it, but you should literally just have a tank to go fix it. But he's going full throttle on this side. You know, this train of destruction has no brakes, and he is going to get that comm tower come hell or high water. He's going to get that comm tower. I have to move this tank down here to help defend. I have to. There's nothing else I can really do. I have to pull back. I do get this nice kill on that guy, so that was good. I do kill that 7, but I'm still kind of weak over here. Still weak. I did take out half his soldiers though, so he's not gonna be able to capture this. But he's gonna have a bunch of stronger units to come romp me. I have to protect this 5 by surrounding it with penguins. Just more penguin bodies. I mean, this is basically like Super Mario 64 where the snowman tries to blow you off the ledge and you just have to like hide behind the penguin because the penguin blocks the wind, right? So like that's basically what's happening over here. Takes out the anti-air, death ball comes over here, and now he's going to bring the death ball to the middle, and I lose all my hold on the middle I ever had. He's gonna knock that guy down to a 2, moves the anti-air back, moves this tank forward, and now he's not going in anymore. He's regrouping. And he's got enough reinforcements to where if I go in, I instantly get killed. So I just have to hold. I'm not getting the city back. I'm not getting it back. I just have to hold and make sure he has no attack. Okay. He moves this 4 back to get repaired. Move this guy. Move that guy. Market crash. I had so much charge. Almost had my big missile of death coming in. And now it is all gone. I only have 4 stars of charge. I'm just never going to get that missile. So, okay. But now we got good news, and then it's my turn again. I do get that city, so I've swung it back a little bit. Now I'm only 2k behind. I don't know why he didn't move this one. I guess he just wanted to have me like try to kill him. But now I knock this guy down to a 2 and finish him off with the 7. Kill that guy, start getting his comm tower, and now I'm making a comeback. And look at the march of the penguins over here. The penguins have successfully marched all the way up the field, and we are threatening. We're going to get this tower. We're going to get the HQ. I put the tank here because this infantry is the only thing covering, and now it's not. We're going to get the HQ. No, we're not going to get it, but like we're going to attack it, obviously. Like, he's not going to let me get it. He's not going to just let me waddle up with my penguins and just get the HQ, right? He would never do that. He would never do that. So we're attacking over here. He's attacking over here. I did stall him over here. Oh, that was a voice crack. That was such a really bad voice crack. And now he's winning in the middle. So I do shoot that guy. And then I bring this copter up because his anti-air is right here. And this copter is actually covering a lot right here. So it can kind of go where it's needed, which is kind of nice. Okay, I combine to make a 9. And I move back, and I basically just kind of have to just play defense here. I just have to be like, okay, I'm not going in until he gets this copter, because if I went in, I would just lose all my guys, and then he would just easily come and get the tower. So, can't really do that. I do kill that guy in the city. Now I'm threatening it with this penguin about to waddle right on it. Move back. I just have to keep the penguin wall over here, you know. Keep the penguin wall. Penguin wall. I move up over here. I move this tank over, and my only plan to deal with this is like death by 1,000 cuts. If I get this tower, I have an extra 20% fire, 20% attack, and then with the extra 10% bonus, that's 30%, which is a lot. That is a lot. So, I can kind of death by 1,000 cuts this death ball. I build an artillery because I figured maybe that's a good idea to counter the death ball. Artillery is the best. He attacks here, does 4 damage to this tank, but my anti-air is covering it, so I don't exactly know why he would do that. Now he's going to move the death ball over here to attack my penguins. And this death ball did nothing. He shot 0 targets with this death ball. Instead of just moving it back here to kind of defend this way, he moves it over here to this square, and then he moves it over here. So he's like trying to attack me from behind. This is like CS. Like, you know, if they're not attacking your bomb site, you just like lurk and flank. That's what this guy's doing right here. He's a lurk right here. Now this 4 goes back, market crash again. Look at my charge, just completely evaporated, completely gone. I never get powers. Okay, he builds more anti-airs, anti-airs everywhere. Tank goes in, infantry comes up, bang, Kessler's turn. Let's see what we got cooking up here. He left this airport blank because my anti-air is covering it actually, so it's a good decision by him to leave that airport empty. Alright, let's see what I can cook up. I take the comm tower, and I start moving closer and closer to his HQ. We're going to take down Big Ben. I kill that copter. Bam. Gone. And then I surround my tank because I absolutely could not let this guy like do anything and get in. I move more penguins up. Yeah, if he wants to waste a turn killing them, he can. Now, copters going against this thing, I think, do like 2 damage. So I can kind of use copters. Death by 1,000 cuts him. I can't really build one of my own because I'm poor. So I just kind of have to throw a bunch of bodies and like make him chew through a bunch of penguin bodies. And but now I go in, and now we're penguin marching in the middle. He does not have enough foot soldiers here. I'm gonna try and get this city. It's never gonna go through. He has so much coverage on it. But now the penguins are marching in the middle. So I've stopped the attack over here. I've got a nice attack over here, and the penguins are taking the middle. What can he do? I have to keep my copters all the way back because I don't want these anti-airs getting shots on my copters. Okay. I just have to stay over here. I cannot go into this. This is the meat grinder, and I just cannot go into it. So let's see. He is going to blam, just evaporate that guy. This is really his only eligible target. So this guy, Death Machine, comes up, blam. That guy's just instantly gone. Doesn't matter that I've got both comm towers. He doesn't need the extra firepower. This thing is just too good. Brings the anti-air back here. And now he's going to try and attack over here. He stops this guy. Now the tank's covering it, so I'm basically not getting that city. So he's holding it. Oh, and now his tank's over here. I'm 0% getting the city. Moves his 4 back to get fixed. I don't know if my anti-air is not actually covering it, so not really nothing I can do about that. That 4 is going to get fixed. To a 6. Maybe he should have just built something else, though. He probably should have just built something else. I think that would have been better. He does build another death machine. He's got money coming out of his rear end. He can just afford death machines left and right. And there's nothing I can do about it. I am poor, right? But I am threatening his HQ. So I use my copter to do 3 damage to it. So that's a start. Get on the HQ. Try to go over here. Surround it with my units, so there's no way he can get there. But wait, there's more. I surround his death machine with infantry, with penguins. He can't chew through all of this. This guy can only go here. He can't take out one of these to free up his death machine. He has to waste a turn just blasting a guy. He's not stopping this HQ. This anti-air cannot get through. This copter is not going to kill this. This anti-air can kill this guy probably. Like, what can he do? He can't do anything. He can't stop the HQ. But in order to add insult to injury, I also decide to go in the middle. I take out this guy, hit this tank, hit him again. Now he's dead. Weaken that tank and finish him off. And now I've got a big wall of units to actually, I think he can one-shot this 9 and then have his anti-air kill my copter. So I'm wrong about that. Take a couple shots at this guy. Bam. And yeah, I try to just surround myself with as many units as possible. March of the Penguins on his factory right here. Even though I'm not killing this thing, I can maybe like pressure the factory. Obviously not doing anything about this. This guy's just going to die. Yep. Just take a shot here because I can. Take a shot there because I can. And then I just hold over here. I still can't go into the meat grinder. Still can't go into the meat grinder. Build stuff. All right. So now the real question. It's his turn. How does he stop me from capping his HQ and winning the game? Well, he does a move. The only move he has to stop the HQ cap. All right. He only has one solution to stop it. Resigning. And that's it. So I had 25 kills to 8 deaths, and I thought that was pretty good and worth showing on the channel.